Oh yeah, I got this free thing of the Marvels. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, fell in the trash. All right, welcome you guys to the Pop Culture Canon. You know who this is. This is the Blue Ninja, and following by you're just gonna let me talk. You're not gonna live by your
Oh yeah,
name.
anyway, I thought you were going to throw it to me. No, and of
Uh,
course it is as one of our fans. I'll call them our fans. Dubbed me Captain Interrupter. What's going on?
Captain Interrupter. I was like, wait, what?
I don't know.
That's usually how some good conversations go. A lot of interrupting
It's
back and
all
forth.
good.
I mean, I didn't feel interrupted, but I guess you're a bit of a jerk.
Hey, it's all. Well, I can take a joke. It's all good.
I guess I'm a jerk. All right. So anyways, so we finally both saw the Marvels. I saw it first, and I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't for this channel, I would not have seen it, but or not going to watch it, but I did for you guys for this conversation.
And I did not want to support it on opening weekend, so I saw it during the week. I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure it cratered as it did. I wanted to do my part.
You're not the only one. It really didn't do well.
Yeah.
Like, you know how some movies do well? This wasn't one of them.
No.
Like, this was not one of them. Got him. Yes. Okay. We didn't actually speak about our thoughts. Like,
We didn't really talk about it. No.
No, we didn't. So, I kept my thoughts kind of hidden, kind of. But anyways, what did you think?
I mean, it's just it was the most movie I've seen all week.
It was the most movie.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Like, it was a movie that I saw this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
There were so many Marvels in it.
It was a lot of Marvels. Are you talking about the character, the main three?
Yeah. All right. Sorry. I don't know why I've gone from giving a number grade because
no, there's no.
I've learned that some people. I always thought an average movie was 5, and I've learned that people do an average. People, like, if you say it's 7, that means it's average. I thought 7 meant good.
You know what I mean? I guess it's kind of like, when we used to like talk about like, is that girl like a 1 out of 10? And we go to like 7, and I'll be like, okay,
right.
Where average should really be like 5, 10 things should be average.
Right.
Should be like, okay, or reverse. So I understand. I think that's better. Why the 1 to 5 is a little bit better.
Well, I've done a letter grade. I think everyone can understand that, and this movie is a solid C+.
Yeah, solid C.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, just.
I would want to give it. I wouldn't even want to give it the plus. I'd give it more of a D. I give it a D plus maybe.
Really?
Because I just felt like I did try to give it a chance. I was going in there thinking I did think it was gonna be a mess based on what I was hearing. So I was like, all right, let me try to be impartial. Even though I watched reviews before of people like Jeremy Johns and some people I trusted, and I was like, man, I kind of regret it, and I'm probably not gonna do that again before seeing a movie for the channel. And but I went in and I was like, okay, it started off okay. Like, I did like, and I took notes. I'm gonna see if I can go over them, express them since I wrote them. Hold on, where are they? So I what was I saying? I went in there like okay, I like the start of it, which was these notes are coming up. Hey, where are these notes? Are real talk. I'm getting upset.
Well, I have a question because people this movie didn't really do particularly well, and I did want to ask maybe a question before we get into that. You gave the movie a D. No one really saw the movie. Now I have a question for you. The pluses in the movie, I don't even mean necessarily like the good things about the movie, but like there was no the message really.
Which was, listen, like that's one thing that I kind of hope that people who like that are more negative on Marvel and about having the message would like admit, which I think I heard maybe like the drinker admitted, there is no the message in the movie. There's none of that. Not that I felt like, I'm sure someone can maybe find something, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I mean,
there was no like girl boss.
No.
Yeah, except for the fact that it was just all 3 women, which is fine. That who cares that it's all 3 women, whatever. But as long there was nothing like we were held down by men and whatnot. No, it's fine. I mean, people did say something. I did hear someone mention about you do have some of the men are more so in the back seat of the movie. I guess not including McFerry, even like you have the male henchmen. And like, the kind of just there.
The casting. I mean, the casting. The 3 leads are are women. The main villain's a woman. I mean,
yeah.
It
was just fun. Yeah,
which by definition, all the other characters are secondary characters.
Secondary characters, so you don't have any like stronger male secondary characters. I mean, because the way Nick Fury is being like being taken by the audience, they're not really, or received by the audience, they're not really feeling it. It's because he's just been dragged through the mud in terms of how good his character has been over the past few years. From, and you know, people are always going to say from Winter Soldier, compare that to even shoot from all the other movies. Even if you go to like, what was the last one he was in? Before that was Far From Home. Even it was a fake. Right, yeah. It was a fake Nick Fury, but even still, that was still more closer to the Nick Fury, than what we had in Secret Invasion and in this one. So that was kind of it. And then there wasn't really no other male figures, but you know, whatever, it was still fine. Like they didn't dump on any men. It was just felt like a movie that they had to get out, and they didn't spend time like to actually make it what it could have been, in all honesty, because they had points.
The movie was bad, and I guess it must have tested very negatively.
I believe it had to. It's just like when you're writing it, why didn't you? Like, it's gonna be a bit mixed, but one of the things that stood out was like they had moments where they could have actually had like a bit more depth to it, and they just didn't do it. One of the scenes was one of the first scenes, I think, was with Captain Marvel and Kamala when they were leaving the planet that had the scrolls on it, I think it was. And it was cracked, it was blowing up or whatever it was. And Kamala wanted to try to save more people, and then Captain Marvel said, "No, we have to get out of here. Like we save who we can." And it was like that was a good opportunity for you to do something where have more of a conflict where, you know, Miss Marvel realizes that the person she's been looking up to the whole time isn't as perfect, and they have that conflict, you know, and she's flawed, and they go through that, and you can play off of that from the same conflict that Captain Marvel had, which was that too, but also just the internal struggle that Carol Danvers was having with being called the Annihilator, and realizing that she actually messed up some people's lives. You know, like one of the really good things you always remember is that the villain is the hero of their story, and the hero is, you know, the hero of the story is actually the villain up to the juxtaposed to the villain. And so you can really have played that a lot more, even, you know, between them, as well as you said, like Monica. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that Monica Rambeau needs to get over Auntie Carol not coming back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I'm sorry. You're like 30. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how good the relationship was like before when she was like.
It's 6. Like they left out a movie, right? It kind of feels like there was a whole movie where like their relationship was explored, where you know, Captain Marvel went back to destroy the Supreme Intelligence, where, you know, the Kree had a civil war for some reason that knocked out the sun. Like,
I mean, those are all other things that they could have really done, and. Yeah, I mean, I think I would have been okay with them not covering some of that stuff if they had gone in deeper on like the emotional beats of the movie. Like, to me, that's all the things that were getting me. Because one of the things I wrote, I was like, oh, you know, this movie, I was like, oh, emotional beat. Okay, it's finished.
Yeah. Well, no, and that goes to I told you, my biggest thing, and I'm not one of these like movie people, like movie snobs. I usually don't notice things like music or editing, but this is the worst edited movie I've ever seen. It
was choppy.
Yeah, it was really bad. Characters were like changed clothes for no reason. You know, when Carol Danvers and Monica Rambeau were fixing something downstairs, Carol walked upstairs and Monica was already there working. I was like, what is going on? I couldn't there's no sense of timing and how long anything took. How did this movie take place over a couple of days, over a couple of hours?
That actually is true. True. I think they were not as clear. They were not nearly as clear as it could have. Yeah. Not even with the editing. One thing you talking about the changing of clothes. I was confused as how when they went to the singing planet. They went to the singing planet, and then they got the new clothes for the final battle. But all the new clothes look like their old, like their normal outfits. Like, I was like, wait, what? I was like so confused. I was like, wait, why do they have like Miss Marvel? And I was like, why does Miss Marvel's outfit look like Miss Marvel's outfit?
Yeah, they use alien technology, I guess. Maybe at some point it was explained, right? Maybe they said you can use your mind to, you know, make your own clothes. And
no. First of all, they wouldn't have said it like that. They would have said you have to use your mind to make new clothes. That you're gonna get. You gotta sing it. You gotta sing.
I was saying I thought that the prince. I was being the prince who was bilingual.
He's bilingual.
Which is a funny joke, by the way.
Yes.
There were jokes in this movie.
Yeah, they had like 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that was cool. I mean, yeah, that was funny. Him being bilingual was all right. Monica Rambeau, her little jig. You know, they had to let the black woman get the little jig up in there during that part. And I was like,
I didn't think. Okay, everyone is saying the cringiest line most likely is the whole black girl magic.
I thought it was funny.
I actually thought it was pretty funny too. It's outdated. It's old.
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure that was trending on Twitter like 2 or 3 years ago. Probably when they were making the movie, to be honest.
Got him.
But I mean that's what happens. But still, I didn't think it was that bad.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was fine. I thought that was fine. I even thought afterwards, man, I wish I didn't see that in the trailer because I know. A lot of the best parts were in the movie were in the trailer. And Marvel used to do the exact opposite. They would put fake stuff in trailers to trick you. Which including a lot. No, they did. You know. They did. They put fake stuff in this trailer too. Whatever it takes. You know.
You mean like Thanos
and the Avengers?
Yeah, and Iron Man. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's
true. My work. Your work is continued. They forgot to mention that as well. Yeah. It's like, your work is continued.
This movie, though, it had like very little like message in it. I was surprised, right? It really didn't have any. They gave Brie Larson. I mean, they gave fans a lot of what they wanted, right? Like Captain Marvel, she cried. She admitted she wasn't perfect. Like they gave her way more personality.
Yeah, it's like
they made Brie Larson. I thought she was always wearing like clothes like she wasn't hiding her body, you know, like she was wearing like the tank tops and like she was
she did have like the crop top.
Yeah. I mean, so that's kind of where my C+ is going. There weren't negatives about like the message and the movie. It was kind of funny. It was passable. It was short. It didn't waste my time. I guess that's good.
I mean, based on the quality I got, I compared it to McDonald's. I was like, this is like McDonald's. It's just like you ate it was done, and then it's like I'm not gonna really, compliment the chef. I'm not gonna suggest it to anyone. But that's kind of really on what it was to me. It just felt like a lot of McDonald's.
Actually, it's so funny. My wife did a very similar analogy. She said that the Marvel movies now are like they're like Taco Bell. Like they have like the same few ingredients. And they just mix around the ingredients and call it something new. It's like the same formula.
That's so upsetting. I don't know if I'm upset because she insulted Taco Bell or
no, we both love Taco Bell. It's fine.
Taco Bell's delicious. I love it.
Yeah, but that's not you insulted McDonald's. McDonald's is wonderful.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
It does feel
fast food.
It was just like insert villain, change it a little bit. You know, why did she have braces?
Yeah, everyone kept saying grills or whatever it was. I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know. They were just
like an alien thing.
I don't know. They never explained. I mean,
I haven't heard anyone ask why or tell me why.
People made fun of it.
That's not helpful. I want to get to the bottom of it. What's going on?
Hey, you know what? Go to the comic book and look at the original character that they race swapped from.
Fairly certain. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
It's a male. Darvin's original is a male.
Yep.
And that's all much as I know. He's that much. He's a male and he was race swapped. You know what? I mean, I
have no real problem with race swapping like really unimportant characters. It doesn't really.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if it's an unimportant character, you can probably get away with it. But then again, who's to decide how unimportant a character is?
No, you're right. But like no one complained like about Valkyrie, who was also she's race swapped.
Yes.
Also, I still want to see that Captain Marvel movie where like Captain Marvel and Valkyrie were friends. Like, when did they become best friends? And like, movie. I missed the whole movie missing here.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, okay, the byproduct, and oh my gosh, I think that I will say, I think that maybe it's just subconsciously, it's just me. But when Valkyrie came in, I did feel like there was no message in it. But I'm like, okay, another girl boss comes in, another girl king.
Yeah, woman king.
Woman king comes in. Woman king. All right, comes in. I think you're a queen, but comes in, and it just felt like it was supposed to be a big thing. I was like, Really care about the character. Maybe some people do. I'm sure go online. I've seen people. Oh, Valkyrie, yeah. I'm like, really? She's okay. She's like a roadie. I mean, no offense to Rhodey, but
no, she's like a side. Yeah,
she's a side, secondary character. But came in, and then what people were saying too is like, wait, so she could just take the scrolls to her to Asgard, or even though it's even a
Oh, I know. American and also the scrolls had a planet. So why did Secret Invasion happen? I'm confused. I'm telling you, the editing. Also, I love how like this movie is not good. I like how they take all the air on the whole planet of one, I think, and all the water, and you're like, wow, like this lady killed like planets, and at the end they're just like, oh yeah, both planets are fine. I was like, what? How?
I didn't even remember. Honestly, I remember her turning
a line at the end. They're like, yeah, they're rebuilding those two planets. I was like, they lost all their air, all their water. They're not fine.
The problem is that you think that planets can't survive without air and water.
They need it.
They're alien. No, they don't need it. No. To see, first of all, why do they need air and water? Why can't they just be aliens? Can't they have something else?
The Kree need it, and they're aliens.
I don't even know why. I can't tell. I can't even tell what the Kree are anymore. Like, why?
I know I know they are very just normal.
Who created the AI? First it threw me off when she was like the AI. I was like, wait, AI is in movies. AI is in movie more again. Oh no, they're taking over everything now. But then I realized, they were AI from the last movie. But no, there were things like the thing that was confusing me too was also with the powers. The fact that they just kept switching power. Like, all right, so it's not the plot. What is it? Well, not a part of the plot that they keep switching powers when they use the powers because the powers are entangled.
Yeah.
Number one, they did not always switch the powers when in use, which was like, wait, that was.
I'll give a little bit of a pass on that. I mean,
how? Like they, as soon as they touched the thing, like let's say the initial touch happened, right? Boom.
Yeah.
They switch powers. Then Kamala Khan is sitting in the living room and with Monica Rambeau, with the parents, and they're talking about putting on a situation, and then Kamala says, "Oh, I can show you," and then Monica's like, "No," she uses her power, automatically switches.
Right.
So it seems to be an automatic. It seems to be an automatic thing. And now a line of dialogue, could have easily corrected it, such as maybe it will. I don't know. It takes some time or something to switch powers, or we might eventually. It just. I don't know, but it seemed like
hold on. Most of the time, I'm gonna have to be Captain Interrupter here.
Go ahead.
Most of the time, so they only change when two of them are using their powers at the same time. So if one person's using it, they don't change, and if all three of them are using it, there are times that they don't switch. Right?
No, it didn't seem so. It couldn't tell. It seemed as if when one person used the powers, like they just switch. I mean, it's
it's two people. That's not in the movie.
Is it two?
Two people have to use their powers at the same time. That's why they told Kamala not to use her powers up the Skrulls, because Captain Marvel had to use her powers, and they didn't want any inadvertent switching.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Which also, I guess that's fine. I mean, I think that still causes a bit of an issue at times when
I mean, it was choppy.
It was choppy.
I'm not defending. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't.
No, I got you.
Passable. It wasn't even good.
Yeah, I guess. I have to clear some of the stuff up. But like, even I remember when they were at. So they switched at the house. Kamala and Captain Marvel? They switched, and then everyone went outside. Because you had Monica Rambeau, Nick Fury, Kamala's family, and Captain Marvel went to fly off.
Yes.
And then when she went to fly off, then all of a sudden she disappeared and Kamala started falling. So I don't remember if Kamala was using her powers then. Maybe she was, because maybe she was on the spaceship at that point, I think. And then I remember Nick Fury telling Monica to go up. Hey, Monica, I keep forgetting. Monica to go up and fly.
Right.
And I was like, but isn't that going to cause another power problem if you're making her fly? I just got confused. And then I was confused with the power switching. It just seemed like it was set up that when they both use their powers, maybe it was two people.
Yeah, I mean, look, I will say
that should be clear.
If your goal is to say that their powers more or less worked when the plot really needed it to work, or when it was convenient, you're mostly right.
Yes.
But it was passable.
Which
like in time travel, like when people explain time travel, like sometimes you explain it like in Avengers Endgame, you're like, I'll let it go, and sometimes you you explain it in like in like the Flash or you know, or the time with spaghetti, and you're like, I don't know, like you know.
I mean, I actually, being honest, I think I prefer the Flash's time travel explanation versus Endgame, because I'm not gonna lie, up to this point, I still do not understand what Hulk was trying to say. Like, I'm not even joking. I've heard it many times. I get what he's saying is that change. He's pretty much saying there's a branch timeline, and changing the past doesn't actually change your present.
Right.
Got it. But I just the way they said it. Flash, I actually thought that was the best way. He was just like, yo, just sometimes the timelines go along, sometimes they intercept, sometimes they just completely diverge. I was like, got you. That was
all right. Well then, sure. So then, for you, just flip the analogy then. So sometimes they explain it well in the Flash, and sometimes they explain it poorly, like in Avengers Endgame. There we go.
100% good. So
with the switching, it was passable, but it wasn't good. But it's fine.
It was passable. Turn your brain off.
Kind of.
Just take content. Then too, what was the other part about it? So that was the thing that was throwing me off. And then too, with the power switching, did you see Pitch Meeting?
No.
Okay. He said something that was separate from close to something that someone else said, which I didn't think about. Because so all of their powers were connected, right? Those three, right?
Yeah.
But he actually mentioned, he was like, wait, why didn't Gaia, Amelia Clark from Secret Invasion switch? Because she has Captain Marvel's powers. Why didn't she accidentally get brought in partially? And I was like, oh, if she does have the powers, why wouldn't she technically get in?
No, right? I mean, it's bad writing.
And then someone else mentioned.
All right,
I wish I could
hold on. We're going to act like that these are your points. You don't have to quote other people. It's okay. Just steal their points. No one will know. So what was your idea?
So what I was realizing myself was there's no edit. What I was realizing is that I was like, wait, but so you guys, you didn't switch with Amelia Clark, but also Kamala has the bangle, so she's switching powers with Captain Marvel and everyone else. But someone else also has a bangle and they're not switching, which is Dar-Benn. So why wasn't Dar-Benn also switching with people? Because she has the other bangle, which should be like the bangle,
but she doesn't have powers though, right?
But Kamala technically didn't have. I mean, unless you try. First of all,
isn't she a mutant?
They need to explain more of that, because
you're thinking about it more than Marvel did. I'm just gonna put it like that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's the thing, which is the problem. You guys, they need to think about this more. Like, hey, you guys Marvel thought about in Endgame it more than people did, which is why they put the failsafe of not Endgame, Infinity War, where Doctor Strange is like, I went through 7 however million things.
Yeah.
And there's only one choice. Like, okay, that's a way that you can
you're right.
Hell up.
Yeah.
It's smart, right?
Yeah.
It may still be flawed. Which people still think, all right, Doctor Strange is still flawed because that's not all of the choices. Apparently, because the 838, Doctor Strange found another choice.
That's true.
But that's a way of covering yourself up, and then that actually builds upon the rest of the. I can build upon the rest of the story and character development. Good, that's better writing. But this one's like, wait, yeah, but Dar-Benn had. First of all, we don't know. We haven't explored Kamala Khan's mutation. Cheap way to get a pop, in my opinion. And because first of all, we haven't seen her do anything without the bangle. If she's a mutant, she shouldn't need a bangle. I don't know any mutants who actually need something else, another object to use the power. People have used objects too to assist with the power. Gambit, a Cyclops, probably Bishop or something like that. But they didn't need an external thing.
Yeah.
So if she needs an external object, then she's not using her mutation, right? So anyways, Dar-Benn had a band. As far as I know, they're supposed to be just 2 of the same, just on one side. Why didn't she switch when she was using powers? I was like, so that was just writing it just seemed like poor. It just seemed like poor. Maybe it's the rewrites and how Marvel is doing, which is part of the problem. But anyways, the movie. That's all the main points, I think. Oh, sorry. And I couldn't even get excited about this 2 most exciting scenes, which were at the end.
Yeah, and the admitting end credit scenes.
Yeah, I mean, number one, the way that Monica, before even ending of the movie, the way that Monica left had to close the portal was stupid. to me. Oh, you know, she goes on the other side to the other dimension side, and I was like, it's because it's sticking out more in like the edges of the other dimension.
I know. It's like, can't you just pull?
Yeah, you know, so you just Spider-Man powers that you have apparently, and you know, and pull them in from your side. And then that stupid, oh, I can't come back. I always knew I was gonna not be able to go back. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? I was like, you know, try to give that emotional, you know, speech or a little line. I was like, I just didn't get it. I was like, where's this coming from? How did you
her saying that you have to charge, like, literally from like 1 minute before that, when she's like, you're gonna charge me up and I'm gonna close it. Basically, she was saying she left out, well, I'm gonna have to close it from the other side. But it was literally happened like 60 seconds ago.
It's very.
It wasn't like something they set up at the beginning of the movie, and then it was like, oh, the whole movie, you know, the whole, I knew this, you know,
which is a problem.
Contextualize things because you knew that she thought she was going to die or be separated from them forever. It was just seconds ago.
Set it up. Like, just set it up. That's the thing. Like, and I was just like, all right, cool, fine. So then we go skip the scene where you can't tell who's moving to Louisiana or something because you can't tell.
No, I was going to ask you that.
I've heard it was they were helping Carol, which would make the most sense. But then why?
That's what I assumed because they had her picture.
But why would they go?
Are they just helping her move in because they're all best friends now? They're all besties. Did you remember besties?
You know how far Jersey is from Louisiana? It's not like ain't got a block. Like no, like I haven't. Like I guess I've had one friend help me move like a really far distance, but I just can't imagine the whole family. I mean, whatever. I guess they're all besties, as you said. So skip that scene, whatever.
They also mentioned because then the mom was saying to the brother, like, "This is a good place to raise kids," and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
No, you're right to be confused. I'm just like, you're right. It didn't make any sense. I was like,
family
wait, what?
Family didn't need to be in that movie.
She wants no, they didn't. But they're integral to Kamala Khan and separating her from the rest of the heroes. It's kind of
it is true. Which I liked in the beginning was when they introduced Kamala Khan. They kept that initial cinematography cinematography like where they have like the expressive words coming up. That they started in the beginning of Ms. Marvel and then they just stopped doing
completely dropped it.
So that was really cool. But then like I said, the family stuff was killing me. I'm gonna talk about the cat scene. The cat scene, but the ending of the movie. With the Young Avengers, I was just like, I really don't care. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it was kind of nice, like seeing Ms. Marvel.
It was
like she's so cute. She's like, I'm gonna do Nick Fury, but hold on, though. How does she know what Nick Fury said to Iron Man?
Listen,
wait a second.
That I'm. You see, I could actually get over that.
This is not good writing. I take it back.
It's
D.
Cowballs. Then if you're gonna go down, then I gotta go down to D-.
Wait, you can get past that?
Because it wasn't like it to me. I don't know. Like I can get past that per se.
Okay.
It wasn't. Because I think that was just like I can get over a scene like that where she comes in and she's like recruiting and she's kind of saying the same things as the same speed. It doesn't to me. I think because it's that's a little bit less like important. I think like it's not really a story thematic theme. I think that the movie can get that holds back the movie, that brings down the quality. I mean, I think that would be super nitpicking. I mean, you can, but for me, I think
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I feel like Marvel literally not literally invented, but definitely popularized the end credit and the mid credit scenes. They're integral parts of the movie. So I don't know I think we're allowed to nitpick those.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's nitpicking. They're really important. Like when Loki episodes didn't have endings, like post credit scenes. Me and my wife are like, what? Like people expect them now, and they used to build upon, the universe. They used to be really important. They showed Thanos. I think he should didn't he debut in an end credit scene?
Avengers.
Yeah. So like, I mean, they're important.
Yeah, I mean, they are. I agree they are. I was like, oh, okay, well, I get what she's doing. She's trying to do the Nick Fury. I was like, whatever. I was honestly, I just had my hand in like my I was face palming and I was like, I don't care. I just remember keep saying, I was like, I don't care.
I don't care about I know the team looks absolutely dreadful.
It doesn't look that great.
I said it before. Blow it up. Just blow up this whole universe. It's done. Although to be fair, I do want to give a little bit more, and this is technically a different topic, but the movies, the Marvel movies really aren't all that bad, right? Well, outside of Ant-Man, I guess Quantumania, the movies are still holding up.
Which I rewatched yesterday.
Oh, how did you say?
Well, I rewatched all of Kang's part, and that's something I want to talk to you about later.
Okay. But, the movies are still, I mean, they're not as good as they used to be, but they're still holding on. They're still all right. It's really the shows, the She-Hulks, the Secret Invasions that are really dragging everything down and doing damage, right?
I can agree with that, yeah. Because we're definitely getting more shows than we did movies.
Yeah, throughout. And the shows are, doing damage to characters like Daredevil and Nick Fury. So I don't know. Captain,
because if there was no, it would have made it better. Because if there was no Secret Invasion, then even having this kind of Nick Fury, I think wouldn't have been as bad.
Jarring,
because it didn't kill me as much. I liked Samuel L. Jackson in the movie.
Yeah, but where's his strong wife?
But that. What? I didn't even think of. Honestly, I didn't even think about where his wife was. I didn't even think about that.
Which Skrulls does she live with? The ones on the planet that are all dead, or
she's gone back to shape-shifting into other people now.
Oh, okay.
But now she's not one of those. She's probably that black guy. They probably gender swapped her into that black guy.
I don't think they usually gender swap to men, but
they don't. They should. But I want to see a Black Widow with a penis. Pause. So.
What do you mean by that?
Anyways, take 22. But yeah, so that was. I don't care about the Avengers, and I don't care. Even the X-Men scene was just like.
Yeah, it didn't get me excited.
How did you feel? Huh?
I just felt nothing. I felt nothing. It did not get me excited.
I think they.
Because it doesn't make. Are we getting an X-Men movie?
We're not. They're leading. Okay, this is what I've heard. No, but no one knows really. You have this is one possibility you have, which is that she went into the Fox's universe. Like by the Fox, I mean the animated series universe, because Beast looks so similar to the Beast from the TV show, and the fact that we're going to get 97 X-Men 97, I think next year. So they might, hopefully, it might just be that might be the universe, which would be cool. But I think they should have used, instead of, I know what the emotional beat that they were trying to go for with using Binary. Yeah, Maria Rambeau as Binary. But I'm not. It's just me personally. I don't care about Maria.
Because we missed the whole movie of them. We missed Captain. There was supposed to be a Captain Marvel 2 in between Captain Marvel and the Marvels. And in that movie, I've already said a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be in there. Also, Monica Rambeau and the relationship with her mom is explored in that too. So the whole movie that we need.
Nice. Yeah, that would have been nice.
I mean, that's the writing that they used to have. Yeah, we didn't get it.
But it's just,
I don't know. The X-Men scene.
What? It was. I mean, it was okay, cool. There's a Beast. All right, and then I just remember thinking, I mean, Lashana Lynch, I think that's the name of the actress. She doesn't do it for. I don't think she's ever really done it for me in anything I've seen her in. It just. There's sometimes you feel like when you watch some actors, you feel like I'm watching acting. And every time I watch her, I just feel like I'm watching acting. And maybe it might be that I'm her in roles of like more serious, like strength roles, like fighting, combative roles, like action roles. I think I just never. It just doesn't. It just comes across to me like I'm watching an actor. Whereas, and I mean, for her, and it's not a female thing, because when I watch like I forget the name of the woman who plays like Okoye, or most of the people actually in Wakanda Forever that played the Dora Milaje, I never feel that way. Like I'm watching actors.
Oh yeah.
Acting. I just feel like I actually feel like I'm watching. With her, I just feel like someone's trying to be tough. Like that's just maybe how I interpret. It just comes off to me. So
whenever I watch her, Binary, right?
Binary.
Yeah, like Maria. Okay,
Maria. The actress herself. Yeah. From the Woman King and stuff like that. I've only really seen her in the Woman King and the Marvel stuff, and like what's that movie? Mom, Doctor Strange 2. When she came up as Captain Marvel, I was like,
was dreadful.
She just weak-handed little witch. I'm just felt like
absolutely dreadful. She was the worst.
That's
in that movie. That's she was awful.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, what do you think about the Marvels?
Yeah, what do you guys
think? In the comments below.
I'm gonna interrupt you. I'm interrupting you. I'm interrupting you. Do it. You follow. Do all of the guys. Let us know what you thought. We love you. In case you do everything. We out. Nah.